novel opens in Rome. It opens with a man being kissed, except he realizes that it's not the lips of a woman, but the blade of a knife caressing his cheek. And he's being taken to his death. His killers hang him from the Ponte Sant'Angelo in Rome and let the current slowly strangle him because he has betrayed them. The Geneva Deception is set in the antiquities world, and it's not an obvious place perhaps to set a thriller, but actually when I looked into it I found that the trade in antiquities is a trade which involves the mafia, murder, blackmail. But Tom Kirk, who's the hero of the novel, is a retired art thief, and believe it or not, when I was growing up, rather than be a policeman or a lawyer or a footballer, I had this dream of being an art thief. I guess, you know, overdosing on James Bond at an early age played its part, and the idea of dancing around infrared tripwires and abseiling down buildings appealed to me. There is a certain, I guess, glamorization of art theft and art thieves, and Hollywood plays its part in that. You know, Thomas Crown Affair and Entrapment and the cinema. It makes a great story, the suspense of seeing whether someone can break into a safe and get away with the crime. But I guess I'm inspired by art where there's a sort of underlying story, and that could be both what the painting itself is saying. There's an incredible painting in the Louvre by Géricault called the Naufragé du Méduse, about a ship that got wrecked and the survivors clammed on board a raft, and there were stories that they cannibalized each other in order to survive. It's a huge, huge painting, and there's a real story behind that, and you can sort of see the painting and see that story. One of the interesting things about the art world is it's quite a closed world. In some ways it's quite elitist, and yet actually the stories that surround the art world and the people in it are very much relevant for everyone. The authors I most like are some of the old school thriller writers. So Fleming, obviously, but Jack Higgins and Alistair MacLean and Frederick Forsyth, Ken Follett, the sort of fantastic generation of primarily English writers. Yeah, so I'm working on the next book, which will also feature Tom Kirk, but I'm going to do something a bit different this time, because rather than set it at a distance to the previous one, it's actually going to follow immediately behind, because there are some things that happen in this book which are on Tom's mind, and he wants to deal with them straight away.